get it? The shook one's gone, you too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N. 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 B-R-O-O-K. We well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make sure watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing that is your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard and get 1% better every day, you're a competitive group. That means that you fight.
Oh, what a move by Sharp, counting a foul.
Yo, what's good, y'all? You know what I'm saying? It's Big Fan Breezy. Yo, I missed a lot of that game. I can't lie to you. I seen the Thunder doing work fourth quarter. It's like the Wolves cannot score for real. I mean, they had 32, but it looked like too little, too late. You feel what I'm saying? You got Ant-Man, he had 32, but Randall was supposed to be the second option. He was 2 for 11. Jaden McDaniels, he's not really a shot creator. You know what I mean? But he did his best. He did what he could. You know, it's a major gap between Ant-Man and the second option player. Ant-Man took 26 shots. The next highest shot attempts is 15. And that wasn't by Julius Randle. That was by Jaden McDaniels. They not going to beat the Thunder like that. I ain't saying it's going to be a sweep. Y'all saying it's going to be a sweep? I think it's a sweep. They got to be able to score the ball. They need Randle to score. They had 103 points. You not beating the Thunder scoring 103 points. I'm serious. And they scoring shot 30 a game. Their defense is stifling. They held the Wolves to 21 points in the third quarter. This the game right here. Excuse me. That score was feasible at halftime. But in that third 400 to the fourth quarter, it was over. Shout out to BC in the chat. Yeah. Shit is real, man. But let me see. What happened with the Thunder? Jalen Williams, they got no answer for dude. He had 26. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 38. That is crazy. He get into the free throw line. He had 13 for 15 from the free throw line. 12 for 21 in the field. They could do nothing. And the closest, see, this is what I mean by 1-2 punch, but this is like a big three. We got 21 shot attempts with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You got 20 shot attempts with Jalen Williams. You got 17 shot attempts with Shed Holmgren. That's them having a big three. This is how we gonna, you know what I'm saying, attack them tonight. And look, 38, 22, and 26. They could not stop these players. Jalen Williams is a problem. He had 10 rebounds and 5 assists. Wow. Shit is ridiculous. They got no answer. Shout out to Adar SL. Shout out to King Ribby RM. I know you don't jump on the chat here, King Ribby RM. So it's kind of sad for you Knicks fans because y'all got no representation on the panel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a Nets fan channel, so it's not like one of the better channels you should come on as a Nets fan because we be cooking shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I care to hear y'all opinion when with a game like that last night. I want to hear how you feel. You could share your pain as a Knicks fan with Big Fan Breezy. You in a safe place. Ain't nobody gonna do you bad. Shout out to King Rippy, man. We want to hear your takes. See, look, this is me. You know what I mean? I'm being sincere. Just saying, man. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, BK and Wild Hoops. Yo, listen, man. Tell him I want to debate, man. Him in this wild trade package. He talking about Jaylen Brown to the team. Come on, bros. If you want to do it for entertainment, like, I get it, man. But I'm not here just to entertain. I want the Brooklyn Nets to win, man. You talk about Jaylen Brown coming to the team and trading Cam Thomas. I don't get it. It's all willy-nilly. You're not making no sense. Like I said, give me my debate. King Ribby, tell him I said what I said. I'm not playing with him, man. You're not going to construct this. You're not going to help construct the Nets, us doing us bad, doing us wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing this just for fun. I want to see us build a real team. And you talk about trading Cam Thomas, debate me, dog. Like we could get at it, bro. You wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown, why would and then give up all of that draft capital? We not mad already that we gave up Jaylen Brown as a draft pick? Like, stop it, man. Yo, King Ribby, man. Tell him what I said, man. Shout out to King Ribby, man. Like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm saying? We had 906 subscribers. We going up right now. You know what I mean? Things is looking good for the Big Fan PC for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if it's gonna be a sweep with the Western Conference. I give it to the Eastern Conference. I don't think the Knicks gonna get swept. But the Wolves might get swept. That defense is stifling. They do not know what to do on offense. Not really. Not really. They don't. It's no real second option. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? shout out to Nets at Night. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Yeah. We did this 8RSL, you know what I'm saying? And he lost. Plain and simple, he lost. But yeah, that's what it is, you know. Let's see. Alright. I got to that. I just want to speak on the topics before I throw the link in the chat so then all of us can talk about it. So pretty much y'all know that and I guess I was wrong, King Ribby, because they told me I was wrong too about the Knicks. I'm gonna show you the content right now where I was talking about the Knicks. I was talking about them, and they was like, "Nah, it ain't what happened. You wrong about that." And I was like, "Oh, all right. Even if I am wrong, now I'm probably giving you game." You know what I'm saying. Turn it up so y'all can hear it. This is Player's Choice. Shout out to Player's Choice. I was on here earlier, and I just gave my take about the Knicks, because that's what the show is about. I had Mm. See, I was wrong about that. They ain't let that slide. That's why I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I rock with chilling. Oh, y'all not even watching it. I'm bugging right now. I was watching it by myself that entire time. That's crazy. My bad, y'all. I'm tripping. I was watching it and we were supposed to be watching it together. All right, my fault, y'all. There you go.
Out to blow it up. Oh, she gets shipped to blow it up in Miami.
And Hayden, that's why you're not the general manager.
Damn, Hayden.
That's exactly why you're not the general manager, brother. For that reason right there. Because that team is not that far away. They not. So
Yo, Breeze.
What up?
Chilling, man. How y'all doing, man?
What up?
I mean, again, man, I just hope Jalen Brunson got a good chiropractor, man. You know what I'm saying? He had 43 in the loss, man. That's tough. You know, I don't see a 1-2 punch between him and Cat. I don't see a duo. I don't see that. I see a little bodega cat sitting on bread. You know what I mean?
I mean,
How
they
much
did
Cat
have
had
78
last
between the both of them, though.
Hold
78
on. How much Cat had last night?
35.
Breeze?
Oh, he had 35?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
35
what?
last night. Wait a
Breeze,
minute.
what you talking about?
Yep.
I don't know, man. It just feel like even if I'm wrong with that, I give you that 35 is hard to debate that. But the other thing that I thought stood out was the coaching aspect. Like you see, Chill, he always talk about boxing here and there, right? And I don't think this was a style clash, Chill. I think this was Tibbs trying to do what Carlisle do better than him, and he lost at it.
Nope. What I can't do, Breezy, is I can't do you. That's why Nas 86 Jay-Z. That's why Ether did. That's why Ether was what it was, because what Jay was trying to do was Nas better than Nas, and Nas called him on it. Like, wait a minute, you want to be me? Everything about me is you, and you not me. Well, what I can't do, Breeze. What I can't do, Breeze, is I can't try to outclass you being you. If I'm gonna outclass you, I gotta outclass you being me. Now, don't get me wrong, we're gonna match wits as coaches, right? We're definitely gonna match wits as coaches, but I gotta match wits with you being. I can't be matching wits with you saying, well, what would you do in this situation? No, I can't do that. What would I do? What am I gonna do in this situation? Not what would you do. What am I gonna do? Because it's me. Oh.
I seen the Knicks win close defensive games, but when it's high scoring, they lose. I just but I didn't. I must have missed the part. I wanted to ask Chillin' Ox, because I know Ox said, you know what I mean, he a Knicks fan too. Them stealing that game one, You know what I'm saying? What does that mean for them? Does that morally impact them? Like, damn, you know what I mean? They like depressed a little bit, or do they dust themselves off, or do we find out who they are next game?
Well, Breeze, the series has started. Okay, number one, there's pressure on us because I can tell you what can happen. We can't lose both these games and go to Indiana down 0-2. Hell
True.
no. We cannot lose both
Can't
these
lose
games
both
and
those
go to
games.
Indiana being
Can't
down
lose
0-2.
both of
So we have to. We have to win
Dude.
game 2.
If they do that, they might as well not even tell the plan we not coming. We not showing up. Yeah, we
Ain't
good.
no reason to do that.
Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it. Ain't no point. Ain't no point even getting on the
There's no
jet.
reason to do that. So to your point, Breeze, we have to. There's definitely pressure on. There's definitely pressure on the Knicks, and I mean the series doesn't start until the home team loses. And the fact that the home team is now lost, I think the Knicks now know, there are things that we could do better, but Indiana can't leave out of here with a win, because if they do, it's a realistic possibility that we might not be back here.
So all right, my last question, because I know that everybody love this shows, including me. Who fault is it for Neesmith going off of that? OG or McCall? Somebody supposed to be guarding him.
I think it was a collection. I think it was a collection of and what I mean when I said collection, I mean Josh Hart. He's got to do a better job in navigating screens. OG Anunoby, he's got to do a better job in being a connector. And it wasn't like anything complicated. It was simple stuff. It was simple stuff like Neesmith coming off a down screen and just shooting. It wasn't like, he came off a down screen and then the screen came over, something like that. No, that wasn't
that was a trick question by Breeze, and he knows it. See, what Breezy's trying to do, is throw shade at Mikal Bridges any way possible, right? See, but I'm not gonna let him do that. I'm gonna expose this whole thing. Neesmith shot 9 threes last night, y'all.
Yep.
We're supposed to just not allow him to shoot 9 threes. That's gonna happen. He's a shooter. He's gonna shoot, right?
Yep.
The problem is he made 8 of them instead of making 3 of them, like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? you shoot 9, you make 3, make 4.
I'm crying,
live with it,
bro. He was on fire.
Good game. But see our next game. He made 8 of them.
But is it fair to say that OG and McCall is there to defend the perimeter more than score as wing scorers? They're supposed to defend the perimeter.
They both had their 16, which is I think is good for both of them. I think if they both get you 16, that's a good game for them. And yeah, that's what they're there for, is to play defense. That's what they did last night. They played defense. He went 8 for 9, Breeze. Like, well, I don't know how else to explain to you. He that's not supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say like that's never gonna happen again, or that doesn't count, or I'm not saying nothing like that. What I'm saying is he's not supposed to do that.
No.
You know what I mean? You're not supposed to go 8 for 9, bro. Like, bro, what you doing, bro? You went 8 for 9.
I got patience. I know how everybody else weighs, so I'm gonna leave, man. Listen, I got Pacers in 6, man. I'm not gonna say the Knicks get swept. I don't believe that. But I got Pacers in 6. And I gotta say that moment between Halliburton and Reggie Miller, special, man. Just special basketball. I'll leave off saying that, man. Shout out to that one of the ABA teams that might win a championship this year. It's great basketball. Shout out to the show. I love the show. Y'all know that.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Mike, you ain't busy. If you was busy, if you was busy, then you wouldn't be in the chat typing. If you really was busy, like you said.
All right, so y'all see me over there cooking the Knicks fans and all that, but I ain't say nothing disrespectful. I just be giving my takes. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that I get labeled as a hater. You know, I get labeled as a Knick hater and Knick. You know what I mean? These are not kind words. I don't appreciate you guys trying to give me a reputation that's hating on the Knicks. Just because you don't like something that somebody does doesn't mean that you hate them. If they stop doing the stuff that you didn't like, then I would acknowledge that. You know what I mean? See, look at King River. He said crazy lovers. Stop. See, okay. Loving for y'all to lose is not the same as hate, y'all. See? You can't confuse love and hate. You see? So if I love y'all to lose, it doesn't mean that I hate y'all. That's logic. Think about it. Oh my gosh. Yo, what is happening in the chat? Y'all making bets with each other? Y'all is wildin'. Oh man. Logical Raptors fanatic. Man, stop it, man. Listen. Everybody talk about that conspiracy. You want to call people weirdos? Stop all of that, man. Stop calling people weirdos and stop saying things are conspiracy because you and I, from a fan perspective, don't know what actually happens. This is content creation. I'm not saying it happened, but those are my thoughts on it. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Stop playing with me, Logical Raptors fan. Talk logical in that chat. Shout to 8RSL. Shout to King Ribby. Shout to everybody in the chat. We out here, man. We out here, man. Shout to BC. Shout to all y'all, man. So okay, we spoke. I spoke on the OKC thing. I spoke on the players' choice thing, and the draft talk. I mean, like I just want Fitz. I'm not finna be long winded with y'all. I want Fitz as a point guard. I think a point guard because of Jordy Fernandez and him being the head coach. I think he's a good head coach point guard. He's a good coach overall, but he really knows what he's doing with the point guard. And who said that? What up, player one? The logical, he said the Nets deserve top three. Or who said? Wait, they shot to him. Word. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, y'all in the chat wilding right now. Alright, man. Listen. Y'all gotta oh, he talking about leak with the stuff, man. He content creator, you know what I'm saying? That's what he be doing, man. I mean, I don't knock it just because I agree or disagree with him. I mean, I just want to keep it respectful, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where you get the best content. You might have a funny moment when things be disrespectful or get crazy, but at the end, it don't last. You know what I mean? And I'm here for the longevity, you know what I mean? Long run. So, you know how I go. But, yeah, that's basically how I feel. But y'all can come up here and talk your shit about how y'all feel about the Western Conference and everything like that. You know what I mean? Man, listen, I just want to give a disclaimer. You know what I mean? The stuff that I say is what I want to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. You know. But yeah, man. I just don't see how the Wolves could beat OKC with that stifling defense, man. I don't see it. I really don't see it, man. I'll keep it real with you. And we're going to study OKC. What up, John?
Hey, Breeze, what's going on, man?
Shout out to everything Brooklyn is, John. A straight rogue out here. He don't care if you're on this show, that show. He gonna create Brooklyn Nets content. He don't care if you like it, I like it, anybody like it. Did he ask you if you like it? Now he's gonna push the content, and the people that want to support him will. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets, John, for joining the panel. We out here. What's up, bro?
Hey, Breeze. Yeah, listen, OKC, man, they're just playing with so much confidence defensively. They got a lot of defensive dogs on that team, and just offensively, they really are just so connected right now. I think Minnesota, you neutralize Randall, you neutralize. I don't know what Rudy Gobert is doing on that team right now, but you neutralize those two things. It's really Ant-Man, DiVincenzo, and a little bit of Connolly and a little bit of Nasri and McDaniels. They just do not have the depth OKC has. And the crazy thing is I feel like the battle between them and the Nuggets, that was the real Western Conference Finals battle. And this could have been a potential second round matchup potential, just the way OKC is playing right now. But I know the next game, it really is Minnesota's do or die moment. They really got to come out with energy. But if they don't, OKC's looking at a really great a free run rate to the finals right now at this point. They're just locked in. And honestly, an OKC Pacers matchup could be very exciting as far as offense goes. But OKC is just playing with so much confidence right now. And yeah, listen, if we somehow get Jeremiah Fears with the eighth pick, very happy because you need a point guard. Super important to what we're trying to build. But if you get Common Maliwalk, definitely not bad about that. Not mad about that either. You need a big man right now, Breeze. You just look at the way the NBA is going with having big men back. We need that advantage, and we're just at a disadvantage right now. So whether it's Fears or Maliwak, either one of those guys could be a cornerstone piece to what we're trying to build. So I'll be fine with either one of them at this point.
Nah, I'm with you. Shout out to you. I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I think the Malawa, he could do a pick and pop and play offense above the 3 point line, or he could do a pick and roll and play inside of the 3 point line. I think Malawa would be a good player, a good fit. I heard Jordy Fernandez say he wanted Claxton to be Depoy this last season we was in. That didn't happen, but maybe he sees the upside in the Malawa and wants to make him a decoy one day.
Yeah, and
So,
defensive. There's so much defensive upside with Maliwak, and he's working on a 3 point shot. If this guy could develop a 3 point shot and be a center on this team, you're already like 10 steps ahead of where you wish Claxton would be right now. So if you get Maliwak, I think there's a lot to work with Jordy, and I think with Cam Thomas especially, you want those solid defensive pieces around him to make what he's trying to build upon a lot easier. So I think that's even a better fit. But if you get Fears. Playmaking with Fears and Thomas offensive scoring could be a fun little duo. And I just want to give you some credit. You asked some good questions about what happened with that Knicks game. Listen, at the end of the day, I think the Stars just got really gassed and the Pacers took advantage. Like the Pacers engine is just a lot more well put together than the Knicks are. The Knicks are running on fumes right now. And the thing about now with this playoff series, you only have a day's rest. The Knicks had 2 days rest in between the last two series. Now you really get to see who's got the full gas and who's running on fumes. And this next game tomorrow night is really going to let us know who's got the tempo right now. And I just think right now the Pacers, they cannot let up tonight. They got to be from the get-go. Like if they work on what they were faltering in the first 3 quarters and do what they did in that last quarter, I think it's going to be hard to stop a team like the Pacers. But yeah, some good questions for sure. And they were trying to deflect. They were really deflecting on those questions you were asking, man. That was hilarious.
nah, it's all good. That's what I do, man. I put pressure on Knicks fans. I don't hate the
Cool.
Knicks, but my side job as a troll in the Knicks, I take pride in it. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets, John. We're gonna go around the panel a little bit. We got 8RSL. Let's go with you, bro. How you? Hey, yo, thank you for that super chat, man. That was incredible. And I gotta tell y'all too, man. I'd rather y'all hit me on Cash App, man, because the whole thing with YouTube, they funny with their money. You know what I mean? Like I don't even get the money. Like I didn't even got the money. The day that they were supposed to give me the money, I didn't even get the money. You know what I'm saying? So it just be difficult to get the money when y'all send super chats. But if y'all hit the Cash App, I get that immediately. But in any event, I wanted to say thank you to 8RSL.
Yo,
Um,
Breeze, I'm sorry to hear that. If you would have dropped the super chat, I mean, if you would have dropped the cash app the way Easy did, I would have dropped you that money. I mean, I would have rather do that because right now I got an issue sending you a super chat right now. Like, I don't even understand why.
yeah, no. My thing is, Adol, I don't know why neither. I feel like I just don't know why. You know what I'm saying? And it's like hard to speak to YouTube, so I haven't been in contact with them about it. I just mentioned
Uh,
it to you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Breezy, just drop the what's his name? Your Cash App so I can take a screenshot if anything. After this, I'll just be dropping the Cash App straight up. This way we can avoid this because Cash App is way better than YouTube from what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
yeah. I kind of wanna, and I'm gonna start doing a segment too because I want to acknowledge the guys like Adon Leaf who like send the most super chats just to say like thank you. You know what I mean? I wish it was like a certain way that I could, in which y'all could help me with. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all send a super chat, maybe part of the you sending the super chat is you get to join the panel and get like the big screen and just talk your shit. You feel what I'm saying? You get like a 5 minute if that's what you want. It's like optional. You don't have to do that. You could just send a super chat and it's just that. But you could send a super chat and you could like jump on the panel. You know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't no wild shit like whoever came here and put that porn in it last time, like that was crazy. As long as it ain't
No,
that, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to FYF Sports Debates. Set up a debate with me and BK and Y Hoops. I know he be over there on your page, and you already know I came over there. I won, I lost, but I do it. You know what I mean? So set that up for me, FYF. I need that, Lamont. Pause.
He was saying some wild things about Mitchell Robinson the other night, man. He said Mitchell Robinson can guard the 3-point line, and Halliburton cooked him on the 3-point line.
Hold on. Let,
Like,
let me
what are you
let me
talking
let me
about?
finish. Let me because I want to go to 8RSL and then I want to go to Leaf. But yeah, I just wanted to give a special thank you to the guys that you know what I'm saying send a super chat because you know I kind of wanted to tell 8R yo I took the 100 and bought a Nets hat or something. You know what I mean? But I didn't get a chance to do that because I didn't get the money. So I put my Cash App right there. So if you guys want to support the Cash App and to keep it real with you, this money I'm gonna put it back into the equipment. I'm gonna get a headset. I'm gonna get I'm gonna like put it into the studio for the podcast equipment. That's what I'm gonna do more so with it. But I'll probably get a neck tattoo. I'm gonna like put it into the studio. But yo, Adar, talk to me. Yo, did you see tonight's game? The Wolves versus the Thunder?
yeah, that was real good game, and to be honest, uh I gotta say the Isaiah Hartenstein and
Yeah.
Alex Caruso additions. I think what's his name? Sempresti finally nailed it.
Mm.
Uh, this team right now, this OKC team right now,
Mm-hmm.
there's not one team that can stop them.
Mm.
No, you can't do nothing about it. Like nothing. They This is the team that can be a dynasty. Like we glazing about the Lakers 2000s, like we glazing about some other teams. This OKC team,
Mm.
they might not be good as San Antonio in 2000s and Lakers in 2000s, but they can play versus Golden State in mid 20 teens, and they can beat like Celtics team like the last year. Like they can't do that with Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
All right,
That
hold on.
this
Adar, I want to do something, right? Let's study. Let's study their roster, right? Because we always high on a draft pick, whether it's a top 3 pick, this and that. And yeah, they got Shet, and he's I think number 2 draft pick or number 1. But
they
they
he's the
team is
X
not
factor
full
on
of
that
top
team.
3 picks. These guys are lottery picks, and I just wanted to study the roster. Like, what are they picks the roster they? Because I think they run a 9-man roster rotation, right? That's fair, Adar. They run a 9-man rotation.
As of right now, uh, they're running 10 man deep. They going 10 men.
See what I'm saying? All right, so let me ask you, Shea Gilgis Alexander, help me out too, Leaf. Shea Gilgis Alexander, he was what drafted at
It
what
was 11.
11.
11. Aaron Wiggins, what he was drafted at. If we don't
Second
know,
round.
second
Yeah,
round.
he's
He was okay. I could just go to it. He was drafted at. Oh my bad. Let me open. Pause. Okay, he was drafted 55th pick overall. Right. Uh, Hold on. Let's see. I just want to see like, do you really need to build with top 3 picks overall? Because OKC look like one of those teams that they ain't got all top 3 picks, and they hoop it for real. And they keeping their core together. They not breaking it up because they lost. They brought a lot of the same players back from last season. What
breezy.
about Isaiah
Breezy.
Joe?
The whole thing about it. It's not about where you draft. It's who you draft. Like drafting at like top 3. Like what we need is we need a core piece. Like
Mm.
we don't have a core piece. Like we needed somebody who can be that guy. We still
Multifaceted.
don't have. We still don't have like Kate Cunningham. We still don't have SGA.
Why would you
That's
do
the
that?
problem with us. But if we gonna build like let's look at Indiana. They built their team with a lot of
Yeah.
rotational guys, right?
Okay.
But then they
Oh
traded for
yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton. It's like, can they beat OKC? No, they can't because they don't have SGA. They don't have that type of guy. But
I don't
but
know, man.
if
Halliburton might be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I
they're
think
not
we
beating,
should debate. Hold on. Let me
they're
say. Let
not.
me say what up to BKY Hoops. What up, Hoops? I'm glad you joined the panel so we could get to the smoke to get to this.
Why you
Oh
wanna
boy.
you wanna like debate about a bench player, bro? Like, is it that serious,
Nah,
bro?
we gonna get to it.
Huh?
We gonna
Is
get
it that
to it.
serious, bro?
No. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But hold on. But I don't want to skip Adar, SL, and Leaf. But we gonna get to it. Know that. But I wanted to kind of add to what SL said. These are two good teams that you mentioned because both of them don't really have dominant high draft picks. You know what I'm saying? But they hooping, man. They playing real well. I think that Siakam ad was huge. So you feel what I'm saying? And Siakam not always the guy. Sometimes it's Halliburton, but it's either Siakam or Halliburton most times. That's fair to say. So you saying they don't have that guy SL?
Naismith,
That's the only pushback I
Nemhard,
got. It's either one of them two most times.
TJ McConnell is huge too.
Oh, shout out to Blowers Tears in the chat. Yo, Cowboy Bob, man. Hey, listen, man, he was talking heavy. I definitely was clicking Nick fans all day. Shout out to Blowers Tears. But I don't go ahead, SL. This is an interesting chat tonight. Interesting panel tonight. Shout out
No,
to
I'm just
who shout out to Blowers Tears. You know we got the regular guys here. Everything booking that's John SL. We out here though, man. Tap the like button. Go ahead, SL. I'm listening. I like how you mentioned the Pacers as well with their roster. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Go ahead.
so if you add like what Pacers do need to win a championship and beat the team like OKC? Because as of right now, do you think they will go versus OKC and be favorite, or can win a championship versus team like, let's say, Celtics, who like they really reliant on Tyrese Halliburton? Like they need another piece. Like you see, like Chet Holmgren, as of right now, he was huge tonight.
Okay.
When he caught the lob and finished that dunk, and what's his name? Minnesota took timeout right off the bat.
Okay.
That was huge. And Chet Holmgren was top to pick. He's like unicorn. He's that Kristaps Porzingis. Like he's that guy. Why Celtics win last year? Like they had Kristaps Porzingis healthy.
With
Not
last
last,
year he was
not
healthy. This
last
year he
year.
wasn't healthy.
Yeah, this year he was healthier this year till the end, but last year he was unhealthy in the playoff run. Yeah.
Yeah. But hold on,
Nice.
SL, let's go around the panel a little bit. We're gonna definitely come back to you. Shout out to SL for the dope content. Shout out to everything Brooklyn Nets for the same. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to Leaf 788. To my knowledge, he had 297 subscribers. Go subscribe to Leaf 4788. He cover plethora of things as a content creator. Talk to us, Leaf. What's the word, Brody?
I don't even know why we still talking about the playoffs, bro. I don't think OKC should lose another fucking game, bro. Like the rest of these last three teams is dumb as fucking shit, bro. Like they not that smart. Indiana, like don't get me wrong, Indiana's probably the second smartest team, bro. Like left, but even still, bro, like that still ain't gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
still ain't gonna be enough. But So I only watched maybe like a couple of parts of the game, but I knew that shit was over. I mean, we need to get the fuck up off this Kaman Malawak shit, bro. This shit is not gonna work. We need a game changer. We don't need a nigga with no upset. We don't need a nigga that's hopefully gonna be something in the future, bro. I don't give a shit about that. We need a game changer now. I don't give
He's
a
a
fuck about
seven.
I don't give a fuck about no 7-footer right now, bro. When I gave a fuck about a 7-footer, everybody shot it
Damn,
down.
man, you like Andrew Dice Clay? You gotta let it fly every 5 seconds.
Yes, I do. I do
Man,
because it seemed like
Don't give me
it seemed
game.
like we had a disconnect. When I wanted a 7-footer, everybody was like, no. Now I want a guard, and
What
everybody
seven
like,
footer?
no.
What 7-footer? What seven
You
footer
know
we
what
said no to?
7-footer I want, bro.
Zach
Like I'm not
No,
going
no,
over
no,
this.
Edey.
no, 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 no. What 7-footer we said
You
no
knew
to?
what 7-footer I want. I'm not going
Bro,
over
no,
this again.
nah. I didn't.
I'm
Nobody
not
said
going
no,
over.
bro.
I'm not
Stop
going
that,
over
bro.
this
Nah,
again.
stop that. Stop that. Don't do that,
You
because
say
that's
that?
not
Stop
true,
saying
bro.
stop that. You know, bro. I've been in this
That's
party
not
3
true.
fucking years.
No, that's not.
Oh
That's not
Stop
true,
man.
saying that
bro.
shit, bro.
No, bro,
You knew what I wanted,
bro,
bro.
I gave
Niggas,
you the
niggas was
floor.
like,
Hold on, no, no.
no.
Listen, what I'm saying is, I was the one connecting the dots with Jordy Fernandez and Zach Edey. I was the one putting in work as well. You found out about him in college, but after that, I was supporting the idea because I believed in what you said. For you to make it seem like, oh, nobody wasn't supporting you, you're a fucking lie.
I believed it before it happened.
Bro,
That's
I'm
the
not
problem.
saying,
You
bro, it's
pondered the
not a
thought.
problem,
I
bro. It's
don't
not
give
a
a fuck
problem.
about niggas pondering the thought. I believed in it.
Bro, I'm not
Me.
saying you didn't believe in it. I'm saying when you thought of it first, you could say that you did. It's no problem. All I'm saying is don't say it like you was the only one who thought it was a good idea. That's not true. When you said it, when you mentioned it, I did my research on Zach Edey. I see that he played for the national team, and that was because of Jordy Fernandez. When I knew Jordy Fernandez was going to be the coach, when I knew Jordy Fernandez was the national head coach for Canada, and he was coaching Zach Edey, I was locked in.
Right.
I was paying
Thank you.
attention to it. For you to jump on a panel and say that shit is disingenuous. That's it. So again, besides that, like I said, man, talk your shit. And I'm just asking you not to let it fly like that. I know you two watching.
My
You know what I'm
bad.
saying? But other than that,
Listen.
talk your shit, bro.
Look, I'm gonna end this off by saying, bro, Jeremiah Fierce is the game changer that we need on this team.
You're
It's
not
not
getting
even. It's,
Jeremiah Fierce.
He can't shoot, Leaf. I mean, there's no guarantee
well,
that
who
he's
you
gonna be
want
healthy
then?
for
Who
those
you
You
want
don't
then,
watch
BK, bro? Because
college
I'm a little bit
ball,
tired of you
Hoops.
talking.
You don't watch college
Who do
ball,
you
man.
Because
want?
you
Who
look
do
at
you
Dennis,
want, BK? Pick
you
one.
look at Dennis Smith Jr., right? I mean, he's been in the
Who
league
do you
for
want?
Yeah, who do you want?
there's nobody here, man. Sean
Oh
Marks,
my God!
sells, man.
Stop! Stop!
Fuck that sells, bro. I mean, we're just left with Cam Thomas. I mean,
Whoa! You know we have 5 picks, right?
That's a lie.
Hoops?
That's a lie. Because Noah Sange, what's his name? Carter Bryant are really good prospects. If they
Diego
gonna
Demon.
pan out, Igor Demon too. If they gonna pan out, even Haman Maluak, if they gonna pan out to who they should be as a prospect, they're gonna be way better than the player you talking about as of right now. Zach Edey will never reach their ceiling.
And Maluak is quicker defender than Zach Edey.
Hell
Well, we don't
yeah.
want to talk
If
about that. I don't want to talk
if
about that.
they
you gotta be able to
emulate
score,
right
man.
now, talking about, I'm so
We
impressed
didn't
about
even get rid of
come on,
Claxton yet, and we talking about Malawak, bro.
Yo,
What?
Leaf,
Claxton
I don't
is
know why you don't like Maluak, Leaf. And
Yo,
Hoops,
yo
I
Lee.
don't know.
hold on, SL, hold on. If you can get Malawatch at 20, 24,
24?
You're not getting
Come
Malu. What?
on.
man, but
Come
Yo,
on.
stop. Because
24.
you're not getting Maluak in top 20. Like, not.
yo,
At,
that NBA
at
draft
worst,
net has him at 17. What are you talking about?
They're not always factual. What the
No, I'm just looking at his offensive game. He doesn't really see
Guys,
the
every
offensive
time
game.
you guys question BK, you know what his answer is? I gotta check the scouting reports, fellas. Hey,
yo,
he's at 24.
I'm
Come
sorry,
on.
yo,
Jonathan. I actually know basketball, and you
No,
don't, man.
no, you
I
don't. If you
apologize.
knew basketball, you know Molly Walker's a top 10 pick.
please.
And he's
All
at
right.
Yes.
24? Come on.
Yeah,
Stop,
okay.
Come on,
please.
Listen, hold on. Listen,
Maluak is going in top 10.
listen.
Period.
What I'm saying is, I agree with that. But if I had to choose a side, I'm gonna be honest. I side with Leaf picking Fairs, because I think we could get a Danny Wolf or make Maxim Russell Ronald or just a
But we're
quality
not
big
getting
man or
Pierce
quality.
because
Hold
New
on, we
Orleans
could
Pelicans.
hold on. We still could get a quality 7-footer later in the first round. So
Yo,
that's why
thank you,
I
I'm
Orange.
agree
picking
with
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
over Malawak.
I agree with that, and I'll take another 7-footer later on. But the problem is, we're not getting Haman Maluwak at 8. We can't, because if Danny Ainge decides to pick Haman Maluwak at 5, if that trade ain't going down with what's his name, Philadelphia, he's gonna pick Haman Maluwak at 5. Same thing happened with Zach Eady. We thought he's gonna end up in 20s. He's best. What's his name? Speaker right here. Leaf was talking about he will be in mid 20s. Where he ended up, top 10 pick. Most people thought he's gonna end up in the second round.
He should have.
That's where he exactly. But he ended up in top 10. And as of right now, Danny Ainge talking about, listen, he was in LA and doing work and watched the workouts with House Hansen Young and that Chinese guy, 7'2" center. He was right there. Sean Marks was there. Whole bunch of GMs were there because of Haman Maluwak. You know why?
Right.
Because he is top 10 prospect, and we interested in that.
Yep.
But the whole thing about it, Danny Ainge, if he as of right now, he talking about, I want to trade up to top 3 and get Ace Bailey, and next year I want to draft AJ DeBonsa. He's going for that. He did it in Boston. He wants to do it same thing in Utah. If you don't see it, you're blind.
Right.
Yo, Ace Bailey's a serious gamble, man. I mean, I did like 2 film studies on him, man.
Same thing was said about Jalen Brown. How did that work out?
Legendary film studies, right, Hoops? You watch 5 minutes of bad plays, right?
Again, Jonathan, listen, I can't help it that you're a casual, bro.
No. Why is Ace Bailey top 3 pick, BK? Why is it?
Listen, hold on. Time out. Chat. Do y'all want to see John debate BK and Wild Hoops, or do y'all want to see?
I've already cooked him. I've already cooked Hoops like 20,000 times, man. As easy as Adon, man, I've done it 20,000 times already. I don't need to go 20,001. Nah, man, I'm good.
Okay. So hold on, because my thing was with BK and Wild Hoops is that the trade package that he had us getting Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown got a massive contract.
I missed that part. What? Jaylen Brown? We're not getting Jaylen Brown. What?
Well,
this is the content that BK and Wild Hoops pulled up.
Yeah, you would give up this current 8th pick, right?
No.
The 2027. I think it was 2030 first round pick at Cam Thomas, Noah Clowney. Sign and trade Cam Thomas, Noah Clowney, and you get Jaylen Brown back. You still keep Cam Johnson. You still have next year's draft pick, which you can probably get like AJ DeBonsta or Cameron Boozer.
Ain't getting DeBonsta at this point, bro. Stop.
First of all, you're not getting.
No. Hold on. Let me debate it first. BK and Wild Hoops, I got it right here. You mind if I pull up your content?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. I'm gonna pull up BK and Wild content. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I'm a fan of the show, and I definitely appreciate all of the different net fan content creators. But sometimes we gotta have dust ups, especially when they got content creators out here saying trade Cam Thomas. We gotta have some words.
Get him.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yo,
this is BK and Wild Hoops. Now we don't have to.
Yeah, so right there. You don't got to play the video.
Right, you don't have to play the video. This is BK and Wild Hoops. Subscribe to his page. It says Brooklyn Nets receive Jaylen Brown, but we give up Cam Thomas off a sign and trade. Noah Clowney, the number 8th pick of 2025. This dude is not like Jesus Shuttleworth, bro. Like, this is already too much. Already, begin. Let me start.
Yo, you already gave up 2 left hands for a guy with no left hand.
Right, right. Listen, you put us in a situation where he's like Kevin Durant. Right, he's not going to play next year because of the injury, and Jaylen Brown.
It's a meniscus tear, man. He's playing right now on the meniscus right now.
You wanna get a player that's coming off an injury. I don't. And
everybody's injured.
Those are the 2 knocks that I have over the situation outside of the fact that he traded Cam Thomas.
Meniscus tear.
Hold on. No. Time out. We listen. we be in a situation listening to BKNY Hoops that we did all of that losing just to give up a draft pick. As a fan, that would leave me in despair. Like
this draft pick is
No.
garbage, but this draft is garbage.
No, hell
Wait,
no.
you said the 8th pick was
Hell
more important than Cam Thomas. Wait, Reese, one second. He said in his video that the 8th pick was more important than Cam Thomas. Now he's saying it's garbage.
No. I mean, if you're stressing,
y'all really
hold on.
Yo,
If you're stressing over the draft,
Let him explain himself.
Respectfully, he flip flops. So you
yes, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Like, come on.
BK, please explain yourself.
No, I mean the better draft is next season, right?
How you know?
What? Was this AJ DeBosa supposed to be a generational?
Let him explain himself.
Let him. Is in this draft. He goes number 1, even over Cooper Flag. I mean, that's not debatable right there.
You watched 5 minutes of AJ playing. You said he was better than Michael Jordan, bro. Stop it.
Hold on. That's debatable, but he can be right. AJ DeBosa, what's his name? And other kids like top 4 picks
Cameron
over
Boozer,
there.
Darren Peterson. We get
Darren Peterson as of today can be number 1 pick. So
I watched,
we know that.
I watched the Jordan Classic, and Kanye and Anthony cooked all them kids you're talking about, and nobody ever mentions him.
Exactly. So next year draft can be better than this draft, but this draft is deep for the role players, as we know. And they top.
Players, I got you. Okay, so you will say role players, cool. I got you. But as far as like all-star caliber players,
no, they top too heavy. This draft is top too heavy. What's his name? Cooper Flag and what's his name? What's my boy name? My point guard.
I know you're talking about. This dude.
What are you talking about?
Dylan Harper. Yeah,
Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper. Listen, they top too heavy. If we're getting Dylan Harper, that's Kate Cunningham 2.0, if not better. So them two boys. If you're talking about them not being in top 5 next year, you're bugging.
Well, I'm leery because we've seen like guys like D'Angelo Russell, who was a number 2 pick. I'm not saying that Dylan Harper's D'Angelo. I'm just saying we don't know. We got to see how these guys do against like NBA, competition, man.
We've seen that in a combine. We've seen them in the camps. We've seen them versus Team USA.
Against Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, who actually guards. He plays defense. Guys like
we didn't see them in actual NBA games. You're right. Okay.
Guards, right? Bam Adebayo can guard. Like he can switch. So we got to see how these guys do against those like those top tier, long, athletic, fast twitch, right?
But you didn't see AJ DeBosa going versus them in real games too. So how you can say that?
Ooh, got you there.
I said,
I just told you because respectfully, he flip flops.
He always does it, man. Like
I listen to his content a lot of time. I mean, you be saying one thing, then say the exact opposite thing.
What are you talking about, bro?
You be talking out both sides of your mouth, bro.
How?
You just said that you have to see them versus NBA talent. Then you said AJ DeBosa is better than Michael Jordan.
I never said that shit. Jonathan said that shit. I never said that.
Yeah, but you're saying they're so great. Like you're saying they're so great, but the other kids that haven't played, you haven't seen him play against NBA talent either.
Well, we gotta look at like the length. Ouch!
Pause.
He watched a 3-minute
highlight. You gotta look at the length then say ouch
at the same time.
No, I just banged my knee against the desk here, man.
Don't come to my show and turn it to no X-rated content.
Right, that was crazy. No, but you can't hit your knee on the desk after you say you gotta look at the length.
No,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy work, bro. I don't
LeBron James, right? You can just look at it from your basketball lens. We knew LeBron James was going to be like, there was there's really no question marks. We knew what he was going to do. There was no like, maybe, he had the size, he had the length, he had the athleticism. He was 6'9", 250 something pounds, the skill. So I look at AJ DeBosa and I just look at it because I thought he was I thought he was going to be. Well, I'm thinking he's going to be really good, but then I'm looking at like Cade Cunningham. I says AJ DeBonson better than him, right? If you was to take AJ and he hypothetically he gets drafted to Detroit, is he better than Cade? You know, we got to see. If we want AJ,
right? Listen, I feel what you're saying about the draft. Where my disagreement was, where I said where I had a bone to pick with you, is, bro, we did all of that for the 8th pick. I'm not giving it up for a player coming off an injury. And on top of that, he had a whole out with Joe Tsai because of the Kyrie Irving situation.
That's
so I mentioned that on the show. I mentioned that it was.
Yeah,
it
but
was,
what I'm saying is, how are we supposed to overlook all of these things for what? For a guard, bro? No,
a guard with no left
MVP.
hand.
I'll say it slowly, Breezy. Finals MVP. Cam Thomas
with no left hand.
Ever.
No, bro, he lost to the Knicks. That's enough reason for me not to want him on my team.
Why?
Because he lost to the Knicks.
Oh, that's not a good argument, man.
Stop.
Nah, he didn't show up. He didn't show up.
He had a knee injury.
Bruh,
what that got to do
at
with
the
us?
end of the game? No, you can't excuse it.
Who's been defending the Celtics a lot the last few years?
I mean, that's not my team. Like I said,
Are you a front runner?
Yo, BK, if we can get Jaylen Brown, I'm with you. But the whole thing about it, we're not getting him. That's the problem.
Hold on. SL,
I was just reporting on the news article.
Time out. Again, it's not about Jaylen Brown versus Cam Thomas. That's not what it is. It's Jaylen Brown. You're giving up Cam Thomas, Noah Clowney, a top 8 pick outright.
I was ready to give up KD for Jaylen Brown.
But you give it up the top 8 pick and Noah Clowney?
Yes,
Noah Clowney?
I will.
Oh my God! But you acting like he's Cameron Jackson Jr. or something like that.
How old is Jaylen Brown?
Y'all bugging out.
How old is Jaylen Brown?
28, 29 years old.
My only thing with the Brown thing is
who are you planning to pair with Jaylen Brown? What are you doing once you get Jaylen Brown?
You have
Ja Morant.
You have Cam Johnson. You still have
no. Hold on, BK. I got you.
This don't make no sense.
Hold on, SL. Let me say this: Cam Johnson couldn't win a championship versus the Bucks with Devin Booker. So Jaylen Brown is that much better than Devin Booker? Then no.
Hell yeah.
I'm not. He is better.
No.
Jaylen Brown can defend. Devin Booker never defends.
The only
basketball, this is not football. You only play one side of the ball. You got to play both ends, bro.
My only concerns with the Brown thing is we're working backwards, getting a secondary star, and you have to give up a lot there. Whereas with Giannis, at least I think there's a small shot you could keep Thomas because you need a scorer next to him. But with Brown, you're giving up Thomas, you give up the 8th pick and Clowney. It's like we're depleted.
If you can just get Ja Morant and build the team around them, you can win the championship.
That's audacity.
I don't like
Jaylen Brown and Josh. That's nasty.
No, the only thing is we'd have to keep Claxton to get Moran. I'm kind of just ready to get rid of Claxton at this point.
Claxton will be gone to LA this season. I mean, this offseason. He's gone.
Yeah, but then Ja won't want to come here if his friends are gone. You know how some of these guys are. They want their friends to be
Ja
with them.
Morant will come here because this is in New York. He ain't coming over here because of Nick Claxton. Who is Nick Claxton?
They're friends. They're teammates.
Listen, hold on. You just said it earlier, and we just seen it if you watching basketball. Ja Morant haven't been to the Western Conference Finals. He had to try to get past Ant-Man, OKC. I'm just saying the competition all on that.
This is not Western Conference fine. I mean, this is not Western Conference. We talking about Eastern.
Why y'all want to just get all of these play again? Kyrie and Katie is the same scenario. I don't want to do that with different players. Break up our core for 2 players that's good on their respective teams, but in these situations,
I agree with you.
It's not even a champion.
Yeah, listen, you guys are overcomplicating things. With Cam Thomas, right? This is how I kind of do like my analysis, right? If I was to take right now Cade Cunningham and put him on the Minnesota Timberwolves right now, we could have a serious debate on who the offense is going to be ran through. Cade Cunningham or Ant-Man? If I take Cam Thomas and put him on the T-Wolves,
They could
Cam
beat
Thomas is coming off the
OKC.
bench, man. There's no
They could
argument.
beat
There's no
OKC.
Nah,
You bugging.
there's no
Again,
debate.
listen. Let me tell
There's
you
no
something.
debate.
Listen, let me tell you something. And I'm talking. Let's skip my opinion. When it come down to tonight's game, Ant-Man took the most shots by a lot. The second option was, I think, Alexander. They don't have a real second option. On the Wolves, Cam Thomas will be the second option, and they won't be able to double Ant-Man the way they will. Bro, let me finish my soliloquy. And they won't be able to double Ant-Man or Cam Thomas, which would create a whole entire problem. Cam Thomas will be the second best scorer on the Wolves if he was
They
there
need
right
Cam Thomas.
That's
exactly.
No, I'm talking about who the offense is going to be ran through. I said the first option on offense, right? If I said, I'll say this again. If you take Cade and put him on the T-Wolves, we can have a serious 3-4 hour debate.
My God,
who the offense is going to be ran through. If I take Cam Thomas and put him on the Minnesota T-Wolves, he's coming off the bench. All right, he's coming off the bench.
Disagree. Conley should come off the bench. He's wild old. And again, listen, Conley don't draw double teams because he's not the same. He's his former self. He's not playing.
I would take Rudy Gobert out of the starting lineup and put Naz Reid in for more spacing. That's really the problem.
Like, and they did that. How that work out? They got blown out. What you serious?
Who started? I'm talking about starting.
You appreciate players that we never drafted. You appreciate players that's not on our team. You always speak highly about other players that's on other teams. You never speak highly about the players that's on this team. You think all the other players on different teams is
I'm a Nets fan, but I'm not a fanboy.
Not true.
Unless it's Ben Simmons.
Listen, you love to talk about Cam Thomas coming off the bench. Cam Thomas coming off the bench was insulted. He came in the game and scored like 35 points. Off the bench, the first game of the season.
If you were to put him on like the Knicks as currently constructed, he's coming off the bench. I don't even think Tibbs.
Bro, he's not coming off the bench from the Cal Bridges. Are you crazy?
You can't replace Cam Thomas with Josh Hart, and right now Knicks will be blown out Indiana. What? Are you serious?
Oh man.
Yes.
SL, he has to guard, man. He has to play defense.
They don't play no defense. Indiana don't play no defense.
Neither one of them play defense.
So that last.
Did you see that game last night?
Which one? The Knicks?
I watched that game too.
There wasn't no defense in that game.
They were gassed out of that
second half. Shots, man. You have just elite talent, man. Guys are just making shots, man. Like
what you mean?
Exactly.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying about the saving other players and teams, bro. It ain't no elite talent. Mikal Bridges and OG is on that team because they supposed to be elite wing defenders. Hold on, let me finish. They're supposed to be elite wing defenders, and more so, they were supposed to compete versus the Celtics at top level. They built that team to beat the Celtics, but they beat the Celtics in the first round.
Dude, they were hurt. They were decimated.
Listen, but they beat the Celtics in the second round. The Pacers is the underrated basketball team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year because they beat the Knicks. You think the additions of OG and Mikal Bridges was going to make the difference, but guess what? Nembhard was giving them work last year and this year. He's
DJ McConnell too.
What happened to X Factor Mitchell Robinson, Hoops? What happened to Mitchell Robinson? You say he's the X Factor guy on the 3-point line. I saw Halliburton knock a 3-point dagger.
No, the problem is they had Isaiah Hartenstein.
Rudy Gobert last year.
No, they had Isaiah Hartenstein last year, who making huge difference in OKC right now, and they missing that part right now, and this is huge problem, and they can't have.
Yeah, I just want to say, Brooklyn LM and Ice on the panel, so I kind of want to go around the panel. We can't go crazy with BK and Wild Hoops and these crazy takes. Listen, Orange Spiegel, listen. Orange Spiegel, a moderator on this page, he says, I just want BK Hoops to stop trading our lotto picks to the damn Celtics, bro. Like, you not exhausted with that?
Man, yeah, if there was generational talent, I would agree with you guys, but y'all talking about role players.
You didn't watch college sport all this year, Hoops. You watch highlights.
I don't hear you talking highly about the players. Like, I don't even know who you like on this team.
Yo, we were listen, our defensive and offensive rating and defensive rating was like 27 and 28. We last. I mean, what's positive to talk about, man? Come on.
Why you keep saying that when you know the objective was for us to get in the high lottery? Like I don't understand. Like you acting like you don't
We
know
need
this.
Ice to educate Hoops
Y'all
on his
get
level.
mad at me because I'm doing my homework, man. All right,
You don't do homework. You're just not good at your homework.
Right, tell me.
Guys, go ahead.
Man, Brooklyn Ellen.
First of all, BK, right? The way that your overview of looking at a basketball team is not pretty good, right? Even if there's if you from your eye vision, from your eye test, there's role players, right? So wouldn't you want to draft the highest of role players to improve your team first, right? I figure that's what you want to do. But
listen, man. Yo,
hold on.
So bad, man.
So hold on. So you looking at 2026, right? For the next draft with 1 pick in the first round. You got 4 picks in this draft, right? To improve the team, you would want to pick who is best for the team in this draft to improve, and that way you will put yourself in a better situation for 2026, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Ice man.
Right. Go ahead, Ice.
Yo, this
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
we need like a Jaylen Brown. We need like even like somebody like a Jonathan Kuminga.
Okay, BK. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you one question. Before Jaylen Brown and JT got on their team, what did they have on that team?
But those drafts had
no. Don't say but. What did they? Hold on. What did they have on that team before they got to Boston?
Who do they have? Like KG, Paul Pierce, right? Before that,
they had high level role players, and once they got on the team, they went for higher level role players, didn't they?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but
they got Isaiah Thomas. They got what's his name?
Players have to be there, man. Like look at last year's draft. I mean, Reed Shepard. If you look at Reed Shepard, I mean, he's like a 20th pick. He couldn't even get into the rotation, man. On Houston, you know,
that was
and he's
drafted role players. Hoops. That was drafted.
You're looking at. Hold on, BK.
Nah, Reed Shepard was number 3 pick. Yes, and
he
couldn't get into rotation.
Hold on. You're looking at. Hold on, BK. You're looking at a team that was already put together and a guy that needed some time to get into the rotation. They already had they solidified starters and role players there. Right. They just drafted him just to draft him. So you can't use Reed Shepard as an example, right? Because if Reed Shepard was on this team, he'll be hooping. He'll be playing.
He's a defensive liability, man.
He'll be playing on this team, though.
Right?
And
BK got a point because number 3 pick supposed to play. Okay, number 3 pick supposed to play.
It depends on what team you get drafted to.
Right. Don't matter what. Don't matter. Name me your last team that drafted number 3 pick and didn't play.
If Reed Shepard works in like small spurts.
Hold on.
10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Your boy in Portland. You know he went to the G League.
Who's that?
School
Anderson.
Yeah.
School went to the G League.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I just
no, Scoot Henderson started 20 games. And after that, when they found out he was liability, they sent them to the G League.
He was drafted 2?
3.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Every 3, you know what I'm saying? 20 games and playing the whole season.
20 games, yes.
Yeah, so he ended up in the G League, so it happens.
Well, you got.
I'm saying it depends on what situation you get drafted.
But he started
though. If you get drafted into a team that already got shit set, you might not get minutes.
Right,
especially depending on how training camp go.
That too.
But Portland wants a lot of their team too. So let's not.
A player like Reed Shepard, he works in 12, 13
Houston is a playoff team.
If you was to put him out there for 35 minutes, right? The person that he's guarding, I mean, their efficiency numbers would be off the charts. I'm talking about like 25 points on 16 shot attempts, man. The highest efficiencies ever. I mean,
you're still missing the point, though. You're still missing the point. The point is you're trying to build a team, right? And if you don't see that high level talent that you're looking for, you still got to build a roster. You know what I mean?
Right.
Are you saying Reed Shepard could be a? I mean,
no, I'm not. I'm not even talking about Reed Shepard. I'm not even talking about Reed Shepard. I was just saying in general. 2025 draft.
As an example.
Right. Nah. Forget about Reed Shepard because Reed Shepard, he's in his own situation.
The problem is what you're not comprehending is that Reed Shepard and Scoot Henderson is not what's his name. End of it all. It's like it's not Darko Milicic. Like those things happen, but if you drafting top 3 player, that top 3 player most of the time is Carmelo Anthony. It's most of the time what's his name, Jabari Parker. Like I mean those players top 3 picks every time you draft him is gonna most of the time is gonna be a franchise guy. But what I was trying to tell you, if you building a team like Carter Williams can turn out to be way better than anybody in top 3 as of right now. You know why? You know why? Because Carter Williams got every intentional to turn out to be Kawhi Leonard. They comparing him.
Carter Bryant.
Kawhi Leonard.
You talking about
Bryant.
Carter Bryant, not Carter Williams.
Carter Bryant.
I was wondering who the fuck is Carter Williams.
Let's look up the scouting report on him.
Then we talking about as of right now. I spoke to what's his name, Ryan O'Connor. As of right now, he talking to Yahoo. What's his name? Yahoo. Nah, I'm talking about what's his name? The mock draft guy working for the Yahoo. What's his name? I'm blocking out. So I spoke to him. I was paying for that. I was paying for that. What's his name? Stream. I paid him out and I asked him like, why you gave us Noah Asenge at number 8? He was making a mock draft at Yahoo. I paid him and I asked him like, why you giving us Noah Asenge at number 8? He said, this is Sean Marks's thing. This is what he does. And what's his name? Jordi Fernandez is very familiar with Noah Asenge. A lot of people in Europe told Jordi Fernandez that Noah Asenge is going to be the next superstar.
Wow.
That's going to take years. So right now he's a small
It
forward.
will take years. Exactly.
I did research on him. So, all right, he doesn't have the skill set for 3. He's undersized at the 4.
BK, but Giannis, when he came into the league, he wasn't Giannis in his first 3.5 years. Matter of fact, 4 years. After rookie season and his rookie contract expired, that's when he turned into Giannis. That's the thing. We gotta wait and see if they giving us no.
We gotta see if these guys are willing to put the work in. A lot of guys are just happy to get into the league.
Wait, BK, you see what Jordy does? These guys do boot camp, man. What do you mean?
Like, you look at the Nets in terms of development. Like, it's not. They don't have a great track record in terms of developing players. They let Cam Thomas. I'm sorry. Sit on the bench and rot, right, and not really develop him.
Yeah, but
that was Jock Vaughn and a bit of Marks and Jock Vaughn.
You saw Marks, man. You that damn boss. Like,
hold on, real quick, BK. Did you know that Jock Vaughn is coaching Darren Peterson?
I heard.
He's not coach. He's an assistant coach. He's not a head coach. He's
he's still coaching. He on the staff.
He's not gonna have a huge hand. He's an assistant. He's not the head guy. No.
He's assistant enough.
So you look at Nick Claxton, right? No development.
Is the coach. Darren Peterson walking up to him saying, "What up, coach?"
No development. Noah Clowney. There's just so many holes in his game. I don't know, man. You were
praising Noah a year ago, saying, "Oh, he shoots the 3-point shots. He's going to be a future guy."
College, he only shot 28% from 3. I mean, that's not that good.
Now, a year ago it was great.
LM, where you at, LM? Yo,
man.
LM, wait, you there, LM?
I just been listening.
I don't be listening sometimes, like Junior or something like that, man. Or he's Bam Adebayo.
Hold on. Let me again. BK and Wild Hoops. This is what I like to do. I want to do this real quick. For the most part, me and you are the content creators. Ice is too, but me and you, for the most part, are the content creators that have pages, right? But Brooklyn LM, Ice, This Is JTV, SL, everything Brooklyn Next Shot, they contribute a lot to our podcast. Let's hear their takes on us, like as shows. That's what I want to do real quick. Just because I care about what they think. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of the people. You know what I mean? So
I thought you were a leader, man.
Right. So,
You're
what
not
I
supposed to care
want to
about
know
what people
what
think.
they feel about our takes, what like the stuff that we be saying, where they agree, what they disagree. I know the elephant in is the room about Cam Thomas. So we're gonna start with everything Brooklyn Nets, John. We're
Oh
gonna
You should have
boy.
started with me,
tell
man.
me how y'all
Yeah,
feel
no, we gotta rip the band
do
off
I
with me.
You should have started
exaggerate
with me
Cam
because I had a
Thomas? Am
perfect
I right?
analogy.
Am I wrong? Like, I just want to hear y'all thoughts on me as a content creator
Yeah,
and
he's
BK and
right.
Wild Hoops. And y'all gotta check out Ice on TikTok because he's a dope content creator over there. Check him out. He be over there, him and Jay, man. They be over there cooking up. But all right, we're gonna start with John, man. What do you think about my basketball takes when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets? And be honest, man. This is what we here for. We
Oh
in
well, I'm very honest,
because
and
I
I
want
think
to hear
that's
what
kind of a
BK
double-edged
Wild. I want to
sword.
hear what I'm doing this partly because I want to hear about what he feels about hoops, and that's for this. I think it's gonna be pure entertainment to keep it
Oh
real.
man.
But
Oh
I
wait,
want to hear
BKY
how you
hoops,
feel
man.
about me as
Whoa.
a content creator too. So, John, talk to us, man. How
Oh,
you feel about it?
listen, VKY was me and him have done this crazy dance for like 2 years now. Like I like to break down a lot of his takes,
I met you
and
on that
he
show.
likes.
I found out about you on a panel listening to his show. That's a fact.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Listen, me and him, we've debated so much back and forth. Thank God we don't have to debate about the Ben Simmons crap because that song and dance. I literally had to sing about how bad that guy was in front of him to get through his thick skull that guy is not the player he thought he was. But listen, I think BKY Hoops, the only thing he ever got right was the Claxton take. Claxton wasn't going to be good at this or that.
The
Everything
only thing
else
he
is
ever
kind of up
got
for
right.
debate. But I think BKY Hoops, he says he likes to do a lot of his research, but at the end of the day, I think he needs to stop just watching highlights. Actually, watch the games. Use the eye test. I think eye test is more important than just watching a little
But you
few
got to have a
highlights
good eye for
here
that.
and there. So I'm just gonna say a bit about that. But listen, BK Hoops is very passionate though about what he believes in. I got to give him a few inches of credit there. But Hoops, you have to let people debate you on certain things. And yes, you could disagree with us, but man, you cannot disagree with concrete facts when they're
You're more
approached
than
at
welcome
you.
to debate me, man. I don't shut anybody down.
Hey, listen, we've always had our debates, and we always leave it out there, man, which is important. That's always good. To Breezy, man, listen, you are very passionate about the Brooklyn culture, about bringing the content creators together, the Brooklyn channel. I appreciate that. You believe in this team. You believe in the coaching staff. You believe in this organization where a lot of people don't believe in this organization. You believe a lot in the young players. You believe we have to have a core. My only disagreement with you is on the Cam Thomas to a degree. I listen, Cam Thomas, solid score. He improved on certain things. I said to you, next season has to be his season to prove he can be a cornerstone piece. And if he doesn't, you have to think about contingency plans. And that's with who we drafted our 8th pick and so on. I think you want to see him as a franchise guy, but other people don't see that right now. But it doesn't mean you're wrong, but it also means that it's up for a lot of debate. But I respect the fact that you're willing to debate people on it. And we also debated the honest thing the other day. And I went full force on you with that, man. I cooked. And I appreciate you, man, for not letting that, interfere with our content because having debates is very important. But I appreciate the fact that you're willing to move on from it and keep debating me on certain stuff because we have fun debates here or there. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, you and Hoops, you both believe in your content, you believe in it to a large degree, and that leads to a lot of guys having a lot of debates for you. But you know about me, I always keep it real, I always keep 100, I always bring fun takes no matter what. So yeah, I think you both are big firm believers in your content, but definitely you guys have some great areas where me, Easy, and some of these other guys like to go at you a bit. But you guys take it in stride here or there. That's my
Yeah,
take
nah, I
on that.
appreciate you. That was solid, man. Shout out to John, everything Brooklyn Nets, John. Y'all can see him on different panels. If it's about Brooklyn Nets, he's around it or with it or
Thanks.
doing it or something. Shout out to SL. Same question for you, man. But what do you think about me and BK and Wild Hoops as content creators, man?
Well, to put it, I'm not gonna be diplomatic as John, but I'm gonna put it plain and simple. Like, Breezy is a true net fan, like die-hard net fan. Like, if I wanna hide
and want to listen to some good Nets content and good have panel, I'm coming to Breezy podcast. And this is my hideout place. And Breezy, thank you so much. I will donate like this $100 ain't gonna stop over there. I'm gonna be donating like that $100 is chop change. I'll sponsor you for the next year if that's
Whoa.
needed to be.
Shout to Ada.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
The whole
No, I appreciate you.
BK in my hoops. Listen, I'm not gonna forget you because you gave me a platform. You get. I'm the first. You the first person, and you the person who gives other people, even if they have negative shit to say about the Nets, and I have to live with that, and I have to eat that. This is why I don't listen to your podcast most of the time.
Wow.
So I got, but if shit happened to be, if you need some cash to help you out, I'll gladly send it to you just because you're giving people the platform, you're giving people to speak out. Even the people that I hate to death, and I'm gonna put the hands on them once I see them.
What?
Yo, all right,
Chill,
let me
Ada.
I swear to God, BK my hoops is that democratic. He will give people share their opinions. This is my take on BK and my hoops. Even if I don't agree with BK and my hoops, I'm good. I'm just happy that with the fact that he giving other people share his opinion and
so I respond to that. I just can't lie to you, SL. I have to be honest, and God is recording every single thing, every single action that I actually do, and I just want to be real, honest, and pragmatic as much as possible, man. That's it. I can't lie to you, man. I just don't want to lie to you.
Nah, thank you for the opportunity that you gave me at that time. Like, listen, it started with Harlem and John calling me out. It was like, yo, listen, y'all in the chat, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't don't know nothing. Like, come up over here on my podcast and call me out. Like, I was like, okay, me and Oren jumped in and on the podcast that day. So
Yeah,
there
shout
goes
to
that.
Oren too, man, because I know he don't jump on the panel over here, but I've heard him on BK and Wild Hoops, and I like his content. I like his comments too, man. I always post his comments. Shout to Ada. You answered the question, man. And thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. All right, so I'm not going. Me and Hoops obviously not going to answer the question because that defeats the whole purpose. Ice, talk to us, man. What do you think about me and Hoops as content creators?
Yo, nah, y'all good. Y'all solid content creators. BK got a lot of good. BK was creating for a while. He probably one of the first the Brooklyn Nets content.
Yo, did you follow Hoops when he was doing Sports Wire?
I was always commenting on Hoops Junk when he was doing Sports from the Wire. Yeah, so he was one of the first ones. I used to watch him when I was at work, and then I got used to seeing him. I seen yours, and I didn't pay attention to yours too much because his was, you know what I'm saying, his was dope. I'm like, all right. And then when he started having them bad takes, I'm not like, I gotta find somebody else to listen to. You know what I mean? BK be having some bad takes sometimes. But nah, BK good though. He just the way he analyzed certain talent. If you're not a superstar, he's not a fan of you. And I think that be his downfall. You know what I mean? On his takes, breezy, logical. Like you know what I'm saying? You are a true Brooklyn Nets fan, but you the same way with Cam Thomas though. Like, you know what I mean? Knock it. I don't knock it. I don't knock it. You a fan of who you a fan of. I'm a fan of Ben Simmons. I don't knock it. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna still be a fan. You still gonna be a fan. But that's what I say. Y'all.
I was defending Ben Simmons. So hey, you defend Ben. So I mean, come on, bro. Like, what we talking about here, man?
No, I'm saying I ain't saying nothing about that. I'm just saying Breezy defend Cam Thomas. Nah, I'm saying for you when you look at the draft, you don't see no superstars. You compare them to like Jason Tatum. Somebody coming out of college, you're like, is he Jason Tatum? You know what I'm saying? Is he Zion? Like, bro, we're not even there.
Hold on. Yo, listen, back in the days, we was in the barbershop. Yo, we were always comparing, man. Like Penny Hardaway, who was better, Penny or Kobe or Grant Hill? We always compared, man. That's just basketball, bro. I'm nicer than you, you know. Yeah, I mean, everybody's we always compare, man. Come on.
Yeah, but
y'all compare eye test or scouting reports.
Hold on, let him. We not supposed to like debate what he says.
Like y'all good, y'all got your own lanes, y'all dope content creators, y'all heard.
All right, now I appreciate you, Ice. Brooklyn LM, man, talk to us, man. You see Easy right here. He said, "Don't cap."
All right. So I feel like Breezy and BK are two different type of shows in terms of Breezy's show being like controlled chaos and BK show being just pure chaos. Like, I feel like with
that's
Breezy,
a fact. That's a fact.
on him, but like he know how to hold it down as a moderator. He know how to control the room, let everybody get their takes, even how no matter how crazy it may be, he know how to control the room, which is what you got to do as a moderator. So I respect it. He come up here, you know what I'm saying, gives every net fan, even fans that are not net fans, their perspective from outside looking in. Even though he had the crazy take with Cam and Mikel being the top two duo, which we all got our crazy takes. I do respect the fact that he gives Nets fans a voice and the ability to, express how they feel about the team, and that's what you really want in a podcast. In terms of giving people the freedom to articulate what they want. Even though some people we may disagree about the Cam Thomas thing, which I always told Cam Thomas maybe not as the franchise player, but as a core player of this team, I do agree that Cam Thomas should realistically, hopefully, be a net for the rest of his career. But in terms of BK podcast, yeah, it's just pure chaos. Niggas is throwing the Frank. He's going on there, saying whatever. I feel like BK sometimes don't know how to hold the room down, and everybody just start wilding.
That's my only problem with BK.
I ain't gonna lie, like it's times where everybody can't get a word out, and I feel like on that podcast you're not allowed to like have your own opinion. Like it's either you right or you wrong, and I feel like that be the main thing that separates the two of y'all. Like people, at least on Breezy podcast, you got an opinion. People may not agree, but we move on. I bet we see it differently. With y'all, it's like if y'all don't see it my way, it's either our way or no way. And it's just damn, I thought there was supposed to be a podcast about debating different opinions. Like, why y'all gotta force us to see it your way? But at the same time, what I do appreciate about BK is the fact that, he gives a voice to net fans as well. You know what I'm
freedom
saying?
of speech, yeah. You gotta give him that.
Are really the leading leaders out here really putting on for the Nets fan base, no matter how trash we are. I don't know about BK because if I'm not mistaken, I don't know when. Now I'm looking at your banner. It says Nets and Knicks podcast. I don't know if you ever had that or switched it up, but I don't know.
That's what it says?
Wait, that's what it says on his logo right now? No.
Yeah, it says Nets and Knicks podcast. I don't know if he ever did it.
A lot of people wanted me to start talking about other different things, man. I mean,
wait. I gotta say something here.
I'm experimenting right now with the Knicks, and we'll see how it goes.
You know, it's crazy.
It's a lot of work. That's why I do Knicks content once in a blue. It's a lot of work.
I'm not mad of that. I'm not mad at that because you've been that way. You've been that way. So.
And I was talking, and I feel like with BK, it's like there's no sense of loyalty to the Nets as to where it's like, yo, I feel it, like we trash. But I was telling him before, like a true loyal fan, like even if you want to use the Knicks as an example, like they've been trash for years, bro. Now they good again, and those fans that was there during the trash years is now celebrating the fact that they in the Eastern Conference Finals. And if you're gonna stick with a team, you're not supposed to just support a team through the highs. You're supposed to support your team through the lows too. Like that's just the main point of being a fan, of being loyal. Like you gotta believe.
Locker room kind of convinced me to start talking about other things, man. You know,
Yo, BK, you was a Net fan during
That's
2000.
your problem. You let the locker room poison
Nah,
you.
Hold on,
he's
BK, you was a Net fan during 2000s or Knicks fans during 2000s?
94. I started watching the Nets in 1994.
Okay, so during 2000s when we had Jason Kidd, what you were supporting Knicks?
Nah, hell no, man. So Jason Kidd's my favorite player of all time.
So
man.
what makes you jump on the Knicks bandwagon right now?
Sean Marks and Joe Tsai.
Can I say this one thing?
Okay.
A year ago, when I was really invested in your show, Hoops, we actually had a streak.
So
of,
Bruce
wait, 1 second, Adar. We had a streak of 8 to 10 shows. We were averaging over 1,000 views a show. We actually had one show we averaged over 5,000 views. And you know what you said to me when I was trying to celebrate that? Oh, nobody's watching the show.
John, you know what pisses me off? John, you know what pisses me off as of right now? Because you were in 2000. Bruce Ratner, you know how I became a Nets fan? Because I was traveling to Kingsborough Community College. I was taking Q train back then, and I saw on Coney Island, Brooklyn Nets coming to the Coney Island, and I was like, oh, okay, so I can jump out of the Bulls bandwagon and jump on the Brooklyn Nets to be a hometown team. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing, as of right now, BK and White Hoops telling me he will jump on the Knicks bandwagon because get the fuck out of here.
It's a protest to Sean Marks, man.
Bruce Ratner, who wanted to sell the team, who bought the team at that time just to sell it to, he was a real estate agent who wanted to buy a team and just to relocate and resell it. At that time, who gave up Kenyon Market, my favorite player, why I became a Nets fan, who sold his ass out and sent his shit somewhere else. And oh my God!
The reason why I despised the Knicks back then, it was because of James Dolan. He was a horrible owner. I said I can't be a fan of the Knicks. I tried, but then James Dolan was always saying something.
So back then,
doing
so
something
what
stupid.
changed?
So
now,
because
Marks, I'm like, he's just outright destroying.
BK, just because Mark's doing a horrible, shitty job doesn't mean you have to stop creating Brooklyn content. Like, what are you thinking?
Boring, man. Like,
no, they're not boring. Whoa. You know that we're number one in TikTok in American sports? We're not boring. We're one of the top media teams in the world. Even if we're a bottom team, we still have good viewership. Stop it.
BK, you do know we're not the only team with a horrible front office, right?
My God,
I think between the Lakers and the Nets and probably the Wizards.
But the point I'm saying is you see teams. We're not the only team with a horrible front office, but you have fans there that have been still loyal throughout the BS.
Well,
like,
exactly.
It's not about the front office. It's about your right, but it's not about the front office. It's about your love for the team. Yes.
Yo, Breeze, drop the link for Easy, man. I want Easy to take on this, man.
On this BS. But if you really, a true Net fan, then you stick with your team throughout the front office, throughout all of that.
I still do Nets content. I do one Nick.
Hold on.
Much anymore.
Hold on. We gotta hit. Hold on, before we go around the panel, before we continue, let's go around the panel because we didn't get to This Is JTV yet. And Leaf just joined the panel again. Definitely got to hear from Leaf. I threw the chat. He said, "Why I can't be in the chat, bro?" It's not that you can't be in the chat, Easy. They just want you on the panel. They like your content, man. Don't do that. But let's go to This Is JTV so we could keep going around the panel. Shout out to everybody that answered the question. This is a great show, man. Shout out to Jay, talk to us. You know, Jay probably got biased because that's my guy without podcasting, anyways. But Jay, talk to us, man.
I know how to be. I know how to be unbiased, nigga. But but basically, I just feel like they kind of polar opposites. Both of them be having a battery in their back, but Breeze is the positive end of the battery. This nigga BK Hoops is the negative end of the battery. Like they got a little bit. Like Breezy is optimistic about everything. His name is Big Fan Breezy for a reason. That nigga's a fucking windmill of a fan. Biggest fan out there. So he's going to be optimistic about the team and try to figure out things that will make us win with what we got. BK Hoops, he's more of like, and I don't want to say it the wrong way, but like a front runner. Like he want to see MVP, because the first thing he brought up when he brought about Jaylen Brown, like finals MVP. Even if he's not the best player on that team, the fact that he got the accolade makes the point for him. So it's like he wants to see these big names on the team, and he don't want to take the process. He don't want to go through the process to win. And I don't know, but both of them is creating Nets content, and that's the point. But adding Knicks content kind of adds to the front runner thing. It's just because they popping right now. Because if they wasn't popping, he wouldn't have added them. Like
Exactly.
But do what you do to get the views.
Wait a minute.
Do what you do to get the views.
Wait a minute. Hold up. BK, you doing Knicks
The next question
I do.
Let Leaf go. Let Leaf go.
Wait.
I was done.
Hold up. Why
I was just saying they both doing
this new information to me, bro.
No,
I didn't know this
not
was
new.
going on.
Look, you just got to look at his profile pic. Just look at it.
I just said it. Was it always
You're right.
the Nets and Knicks news and analysis?
Yeah,
or am I
man.
bugging?
I don't know what y'all guys were missing.
I'm a
he just
so
added
I
that's a new
got
logo.
this shit got it when the shit get blown up on
That's
the
a new
screen and I can
logo.
see it.
That's new, right? He just
That's
added
new.
it.
That's
That's
new.
new.
Wow.
He's trying to get us on the
Wow.
bed.
It's
I
on
don't
Twitter. He just copy and
Hold
pasted
up.
that on
Wait
there.
a second.
That's gotta be new, bro.
Wait a minute.
Nah, that's always been there, man.
No, that was never
That's
there.
always been
That was
there.
never there till
He
now.
trying to matrix y'all right now.
I'm gonna go look at. You know what? We could put this to the test and go look at some past videos on your channel.
Oh yeah.
So, like I know. So I know if you telling fibs, bro. It's a bunch of niggas been lying to me, man, for the last couple of years, bro.
All right,
Like I
hold
don't
on.
like
All
it.
right, so BKNY is an acronym. So BK is the Brooklyn, NY is the New York Knicks. I always meant it to be like to cover both teams,
So where the
but
K
like
at? The K
one
is
team is
making
exhausted already.
You know what I mean? Suspicious because you didn't put the K after the Y.
Yo, he's lying. He's lying.
Hold on.
It gotta be some fibbing going on, bro. LM.
He's lying. I
with
found
you.
the evidence.
Yeah, we
He's
got
lying.
him. We got him, coach.
Yeah, you got him.
coach.
You got him.
We got him, coach.
We got him on your stream. Hold on, let me put up the evidence. On your stream 2 months ago, it says BKNY Hoops, Brooklyn Nets news and analysis.
Facts. It was.
Oh shit,
man, because it was. Nah, I'm messing around. I think Element's right.
I told y'all.
Nigga ain't
best. Yeah, I'm telling
Yo,
you.
if you look at
I
the
knew
logo
LM was gonna
closely,
figure it out, bro.
the NY Knicks not even lined up.
I got lazy, bro. I was in the hallway. I was like,
wait
wait a minute, bro. I'm like, we could figure out. We could just look at your past streams. You do know that, right?
Look at Easy.
People be forgetting this shit.
Niggas be recording shit and bro forgot what they recorded, bro. Like I'm like, what the.
2 years ago, he said, "I'm a Brooklyn Nets only podcaster." I remember that.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
He always said that.
Okay, all right. So I said I was gonna just dabble a little bit. I didn't abandon the Brooklyn Nets. Just dabble a little
Hold
bit.
up now. Why?
Hold up.
Nah. Why Easy was trying to protect him in the chat and he just got exposed?
Right.
Exactly.
Easy. Why you trying to protect him, bro?
When you say, "Oh, it's
Yo,
boring
see,
content,"
all right, yo,
stop
easy,
it.
bro. That's strike 3, bro. Like, come on, bro.
He failed the
Like,
diamond tester just now.
That's the
that
that's
shit did
bro.
not beat.
That's strike 3, bro. Like that's the last time.
Go on
That's
his
the
page
last
2 months
time I'm gonna
ago,
let
bro.
somebody
It
get
was
away
not
with some
there.
fibbing, bro.
Don't
Like I'm
believe
telling
me.
you right now.
I just looked it up, bro.
Easy let him
Hold
lie and he
on, what you
believed
look
it.
up? What you look up, LM?
I just went to his logs, and then I went to 2 months ago, and it says literally as soon as you click on it, it opens up with BKNY Hoots, Brooklyn Nets news and analysis.
Exactly. Fibbing.
Nah, but when he said it, it did sound believable, but I
Nigga
ain't
out,
believe
bro.
it.
Like, yo,
But
come on,
Easy
bro. Like, he
believed
out
it
here
though.
on some bullshit. I
Like
ain't
he said, he's
laughing.
like, "What you mean? That always been there. Y'all just missed it. I mean, y'all
I
wasn't looking
always been
close."
there, bro. I'm like, I'm just coming into the shit, and then as soon as Jay said
I
it,
ain't
I'm
know
like,
niggas
wait a
about
minute.
to
I'm
fucking
like,
clock
wait a
niggas
minute.
from
Wait a
2
minute.
months
Wait a
ago.
minute.
I ain't know
Hold
niggas
on,
about to
people
clock
came at
niggas
me.
from
They
2
want me to
months ago.
cover other
Nah,
teams.
easy. He got caught fibbing, and your ass co-signing,
It
bro.
was a
Like,
joke, man. I
that's
don't feel
strike 3,
loud.
bro.
Not easy.
I,
We
I
had
ain't
Yeah,
to
gonna
hold on,
we had
let
to
Easy
check.
speak
I ain't
because I
gonna
want to
hold
see
Right,
you.
why he was
right. We gotta
defending
let
him in the
Easy
chat.
get the floor. Hold on, cause
hold
Easy in the chat said it'd be
Because we
1v7.
was
So when
diamond
Easy,
testing him, and he
right,
failed the
when
diamond
Easy,
tester.
right, but when Easy got a soliloquy, let him get his shit off. Don't like try to, black for
Yo, real
lack of
quick.
better
I
words,
want to
jump
see how
in
he
and
gonna
shit.
talk his way out of this shit.
Yo, real quick, because I ain't about to spend too much time here, because y'all doing y'all thing right here. So all I'm gonna say right here, for one, I ain't know niggas about to go back to 2 months, my nigga. This is content creation. You could think of something in the first week, nigga. We ain't see that shit happen, Lee. So I don't know what the fuck you doing right now, my nigga. I don't know what's
We
going
we,
on
we
right
didn't
now.
see what? What's
Hold on,
what?
hold
Hold
on.
on.
Niggas could do any. I ain't know niggas about to run back in niggas' history from 2 months ago, my nigga. Why didn't nigga decide this
What
shit
you
1 month
mean? 2
ago, my
months is
nigga?
mad quick.
2 months ago, nigga. That's this year. What we
Yeah,
talking about?
that ain't
Niggas
mad
run
long
back.
ago.
No, you saying that like it's a while ago, nigga. It was
Nigga,
hold up.
what? What?
2 months is a long
What?
time ago.
My
Hell
nigga.
That's still
no.
the
Okay.
same
So
season.
that must have been yesterday for you, my nigga. So I know
I
2
mean, but
months is a
hold,
good nigga for me, my nigga.
wait a second, wait a
A
second.
lot of shit
Hold
could
up.
get done. A
All
lot of
right,
shit could get done
real
in 2
quick,
months,
easy.
my
Two
nigga.
months
A
ago,
lot of
what
shit.
was you doing?
Fucking pussy.
See,
Right,
you at least
right.
remember what you was doing.
That's a good thing
See,
to do 2 months ago. And a bad
Yo,
thing to
yeah,
do
that's
is
the
start
thing to do
covering
2 months
nigga
ago, bro.
content.
See, you remember what you was doing, so it couldn't have been
pause.
that long ago, nigga. If I would have said, yo, 2 decades ago, what you was doing, you'd be like,
Nah,
I don't
nigga,
know,
nah,
nigga.
nigga, nah, nigga, nah, nigga. It just felt good. That's why I fucking remember it, nigga. That's all it is, my nigga. You
All
doing
right,
something
whatever,
fucking
man.
right.
Listen, hey,
Hold on,
hey,
hold on, hold
Yo,
on, hold
easy
on,
funny,
hold on,
yo.
hold on, hold on.
but
No,
you
hold on,
understand my
hold on.
fucking point, don't you?
I get your point. I get your point. I
Yeah,
get your point.
okay then, bro. So 2 months ago, I
Real
know
quick,
what
real
I
quick,
was doing. I
real.
was getting tired of niggas lying to me.
You
Two
doing the
months
same
ago?
things you were doing 2 years ago, my nigga. Blacking on niggas for no fucking reason, my nigga. Hold it the
No,
fuck down.
I'm blacking
Hold
on
on,
niggas because
nigga.
they're lying to me.
I'm trying to
Right,
get it off, my
right.
nigga. I'm
They're
trying to get it
They're
off.
lying.
I'm
lying.
trying to
Right,
get it off, my
right.
nigga. I'm
They
trying to get it
lying, and
off,
you
my
try
nigga.
to protect the liar, man. And not
Yeah.
not to come at you like that, BK. But you was lying. You was dead trying to
The
Yeah,
try
niggas
to
I was,
front.
I,
And
lied.
you
listen, I
almost
was
got a
trying to
hold up.
be
Oh, wait,
entertaining, man. I was just trying to make you guys
BK
laugh,
Hoops. And
man.
you
Wasn't trying
would
to
have
be
got
no
away with it
entertainer. The
too if it
nigga
wasn't for
lied to
these
Yeah,
me.
right.
meddling
Hold on,
But
hold on,
kids.
LM exposed your ass just
Right,
now.
you would have
hold on,
got
hold on,
away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
hold on, hold
Yo.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Dog, that's
The nigga would have got
Scooby
away
Doo
with it.
mystery.
Hold on, real quick,
Nah,
real
it
quick,
wasn't no
real quick.
Scooby Doo shit. Nah, see, Jay. What you did
Hold on,
was
hold on.
Jay. It was really your fault because you put him on blast, bro. I was like, wait a
No,
minute. Hold on.
LM said it, and then I zoomed in on it. I said that wasn't never there. I
No,
seen
no,
his
no, no,
logo
LM
because
mad
had
up. That
some
wasn't never
savage
there.
light skinned niggas,
because
man.
Jay, you was on your soliloquy, and then you say yo BK and Y hoops, bro. Like he like to now he doing Knicks content, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait, hold up. That's when I stopped. I'm like, wait a minute. No, he ain't. I'm
Right.
like, he
And
ain't doing no Knicks
the reason
content.
why I
Leaf,
said it
he's
is
been doing it for 2 months,
hold,
Leaf.
listen, no, but listen, what I'm
So
saying
two
is
months you been co-signing.
we gotta
I
hear
did like
Leaf
4 or
and
5
Easy.
videos, man, out of like 30 or some shit, man. Like
Hold on.
30 or 50.
We gotta go to Leaf and Easy and just hear their
That's a
take
quarter
on
of
what
your
they think
content.
about me and BK and Wild Hoops as content creators. I just want them to give they spill so without just give them a clear soliloquy so they could get it off. And it's just too much fun right now. I'm doing the part 2. I know I'll be corporate and shit like that. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, Easy, and the rest of y'all. Some
We
of
ain't
that
doing no goddamn
listen,
part 2. This another
listen,
fib. See,
listen.
the
No,
line
bro,
continues. games.
Let him
Listen, hold
finish
on. Let
though.
me
Let him
finish.
finish though.
Let me
But
finish.
that was funny.
Sometime it burned me to do
No, we
that
gotta do
because
part two
they don't
to
let me
figure
click
this
it. Like
out.
the last episode, I couldn't click, and that's because the library is full. So now I got to make sure before I record that, I make sure the library not full, so when it comes, it be able to do the AI. I don't know why it does that, but it does. But go ahead, Leaf. Just continue your take on BK and Wild Hoops, and tell me what you think about me as a content creator, and then we'll do easy. Tomorrow we could do Leaf and Ice, and all of us could answer that question, or we could do that right after this. It's all good for me. So.
I mean, well, from as content goes, bro, from the first time I came up in here, it was home. I mean, like we all understood each other. We all spoke the same. I mean, and we all waved the same flag, bro. So for me, this was family right from the get go, bro. Like 3 years ago, I remember the trade when it happened. Everybody was trying to clown me, bro, on PC because that's when PC was like real open and they had the open gym and all that crazy shit. And then
Mm-hmm.
everybody saw me and everything, and then that's back then when Dub and Ticket and all of them was on there and everything, and then I ran through that. I was just like, all right, man, let's get this shit going. And that's when I really started doing Nets games because I wasn't one of the niggas that's gonna be here from when we was on the top of the mountain, and then the niggas gonna be like, yo, where was you at, man? We was struggling through the mud. So and now that we resetted everything, bro, like, all right, we in the mud. So now I'm doing a bunch of games every season. Of course, I'm now doing WNBA games, man, because I'm doing the Liberty, so I'm gonna do the Liberty a little bit more because they play in Barclays. But I mean, with your channel, that this shit always felt like home. BK and Wild Hoops, I don't like. I
Yeah,
tapped in
please don't
maybe.
fuck with me.
No, yeah, I don't fuck with you. Couple of times I came up in there, but like that shit is no holds barred, bro. Like it's a lot of fibbing going on over there, bro. And I don't approve of fibbing. I don't approve of fibbing at all, bro. I mean, even though there's
Yo,
some fibbing going on here, bro, like I just got to put an end to it because I feel like this was always home.
you see what they
And
saying in the chat, bro? They saying the biggest difference between the two shows is Breezy more consistent. Hoops, they saying you got to be more consistent with the content on the
Yeah,
schedule or
man, this
something.
is a lot of work doing this shit,
No,
man.
I
That's
feel
what they
you.
say.
I'm just saying what the chat saying. They
Yeah,
No,
talking
that's
I
the
about.
feel
one
it.
for it.
I had to take a
it
break,
is a
man. As
lot.
you
It
said.
is a
It's a
lot of
lot of
work
work.
doing
It's a
it,
lot of
but
work for the
like
Nets, not the Knicks,
the
right?
the one the
It's
one
like
thing I found consistency at was calling the NBA games. The WNBA games. The only reason I ain't calling because the playoffs is on, and I know I ain't gonna get no views off that shit if I pull that up during while the playoffs is on. So I'm gonna just do it like during the summertime. Once the finals go off, and I'm gonna do more WNBA games. But during the season, I'm locked in on Nets basketball, even though we in the shitter. Like so.
Facts.
And
Funny,
Hoops, you could be
funny
more
enough.
So
consistent
hold on.
with Brooklyn Nets basketball if you
Yo,
take the
funny
Knicks
enough,
part out.
Easy. It's funny because how I found your podcast was I was on Twitter. And it's funny because you're clipping stuff now because I forgot where it was, but I was in Nets like the Net Spaces, and I think somebody clipped a clip of your podcast. I think this was like when McKell first got to the team or some shit. I forgot where it was,
Who, mines or
but
BK and Wild Hoops?
no, yours. I forgot who it was, but it was around the net spaces, and somebody I think screenshotted like your like they screen recorded the conversation y'all was having. But what drew me in was Leaf was on the panel and he was blacking out, and I was like, "Yo, this is mad entertaining. Hold up, let me pull up." So once I put it up on YouTube, I was like, "Nah, this podcast seemed mad fun," and that's when I subscribed and started tuning in more. So Leaf was really the introduction to how I found out about y'all, cause that nigga was going rival in the next spaces with his
My
takes.
gosh.
So
But I was telling you that Breezy other people be clipping the show sometimes, and I be seeing clips.
Yeah,
That's a
that's the
fact.
yeah,
part that I was. That's why I asked Brooklyn LM like me, because I
Yo,
didn't wasn't
became one
aware
hope.
that my show was being clipped up.
Became one hopes. Don't forget, Harlem was the one who helped you out too. So don't forget about him.
No,
oh
shout out
yeah,
Harlem.
yeah, yeah.
Harlem had joined the panel before, and he was dope. But I remember he was on that Kumbaya Nick fan that fan.
Nah,
Yeah, Harlem
nah.
and I
Don't
got
even
into
say
like a
that. Don't even say that, cause he was on some undercover agent shit. That nigga, yo, when I be seeing her, I be like, you ain't Jay Reed. I mean, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed, cause
You
that
a
nigga,
sellout.
yo, bro,
Harlem and I
that
got
nigga
into like a
pretended to
big
be a
argument
Nets fan for
on the
mad
Emerson
long.
last
Didn't
night.
say nothing about the Knicks. Just pretended to be black and and white for mad long, then just came out of nowhere one day. I was like, oh shit.
If we're
Like,
being honest, the beginning of BK
I
show,
felt like he snitched.
it was me, Hall, Men Hoops at the end of the day when we started that whole thing, like brick by
Yeah.
brick, man.
Yo,
Like it was.
I had to curse Harlem out, man. I had to.
Why?
Are you kidding? I didn't do
Would
it
you
both
curse
of
him
you
out for
guys.
hoops?
If I wasn't there, these two guys would have chewed each other's heads off, man. That's how bad it was to begin. They were
Yo, John, did you?
man.
Yo, John, did you bury that hatchet between you and Harlem?
At the end of the day, listen, I know how Harlem is. My thing is, I know how to communicate the best I can with him, but I'm not afraid to challenge him on any of his takes, and he ain't afraid to challenge me on shit. Like,
No, I
at
mean,
the end of the day,
this is just.
Hold on. We gotta
that's why
hear.
I said this organized this
I want to
chaos
hear that,
over
but
there.
we gotta hear from Easy. He joined the panel. Luckily, he was reluctant. He looked like he wasn't going to join the panel, but he here. So I just want to give him the floor so that way we can hear his soliloquy, what he think about us as content creators. And again, the reason why I did this is to improve. You know, I want to be a better content creator. I appreciate all the compliments that I got, but the areas that I said I should work on, I am going to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I value what y'all feel, and you know, y'all contribute a lot to the podcast. So that's why I'm doing this in the first place. But Easy, talk to us, man. What do you think about me and who's as content creators? He getting the chopped cheese. He getting the chopped cheese sandwich right there.
Yeah, he getting a sandwich.
He
But
getting
not
onions and peppers on the chopped cheese.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
while
I'm gonna
he
tell you,
getting his
Easy
chopped
would have
cheese,
told
bro.
y'all that both of y'all niggas be crashing the whip way too much. Know what I mean, and we just up here to talk about hoop, bro. That's what we trying to talk about, hoop. We not trying to talk about narratives and Cam Thomas. That's not what we trying to talk. We trying to talk about hoop. Who's really
Yo,
out
I
here
thought you
getting
gonna say
buckets?
this
The
word
X's and
verbatim.
O's.
Man, this
Yo,
nigga
okay,
Jay
you trying to
tried
do
to
it,
take
Easy, bro.
a
Yo.
page out of this nigga book and then
I
try
feel
to.
like that's what Easy be on, but I fuck with it. I ain't mad.
I
Like
mean, I'm
that's a
nah.
good
Listen,
perspective
hey,
to have.
yeah, but
Hold on. We
the only
gotta
thing about it is nobody's crashing the wood. We trying to change the fucking tires.
right.
This shit ain't moving right, bro.
Hold on. Adar SL, he a moderator on this page. He sent the super chat. He said, "Fuck Knicks fans."
Word. I agree.
That's it. That end
I
quote.
don't give a not, but like real shit, Breezy, bro. Like I've been bamboozled a little bit too much because now that I'm in the awareness of these net slash Nick fans, supposedly I'm using quote unquote on that, bro. Now I understand what the play is. That net slash Nick shit, bro. That's like the dude that was at the baseball game today and he was wearing a Mets X Yankees hat. That's not allowed. And then gonna wear a Mets jersey, bro. Like I
It's
know
like
y'all
they
seen that shit.
got
That
black
shit is
and
going
white
on
in the.
all over
It's like they
Twitter.
got black and white in the front, but it's orange in the back a little bit. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
no. They got both of the logos in the front. They got the Mets logo on the left and the Yankees logo on the right on the front of the hat. And I'm a hat nigga, bro. Like, and I'm always getting hats. I will
Yeah,
never
you
get a
should be
hat
in
that
the
says.
Yankee team in New York,
I
man.
will
I'm sorry.
never get a hat that's combining teams, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. That's very stupid to me. You
Yo,
can't get a
don't let
hat.
Harlem hear that shit, leave, because like he'll curse you out, man. I'm telling you. That's what he was doing to
Yeah,
me.
and I'm looking forward, to it. I don't got no time for these Nets. I don't got no time for these Nets slash niggas, bro. Hey,
Yo,
LM, I'm not
yo,
coming at you, bro. Like
bro,
I ain't. I
listen,
promise you.
Leaf. I told you,
I
but I
know.
told you before, Leaf. You gotta respect all sexualities because it's
I don't.
2025, and if they
Oh
want to be by
man.
team, like you gotta respect. They on the LGBTQ. The T is for
Just
by
as long as
team.
they keep that
Like,
shit away
Wait, we
from
still
me,
live or
Jay,
not,
bro.
man? We still live
I'm
to
not
entertain
doing that.
everything,
Come on,
man.
I'm not doing that. Yo, it's New
you
York,
gotta
man.
you gotta respect
I
whatever
don't.
people claim, bro. Like if they identify as that, you gotta respect their identity in
This
2025,
is
bro.
where you got. This is where you gotta put. But that's the part where you gotta put mirrors in front of niggas. I'm tired of niggas with these fibs. You can't like you listen. This is not no. All right, yo, let's cut corners and do this, bro. Nets and Knicks fans are not sharing no bar together. I'm sorry. We not. We not sharing. We not sharing no pubs together.
Nah, you
We
gotta
not even
respect
sharing.
Leaf. You gotta
Niggas is not
respect
even
Leaf for how
sharing
he feels,
hookah
man.
lounges together, bro. We not
Listen,
doing
hold
that.
on, time out.
Yeah, but Leaf, the
Hold
shit
on.
is the
Or
Leaf
is
is
that
shit
Hold
is
easy
on,
back?
real,
Is
man.
that easy back?
Time out. I gotta say this.
Oh yeah, Easy's back. Easy's back, Breezy.
I
Easy,
think.
you back?
Oh man.
Oh
Easy
nah,
back?
I guess not.
He ain't back.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
But we
I
don't
gotta.
share no
Yeah, because
bar.
I
We
was
don't
trying
share.
to see.
We don't share hookah lounges together, bro. Get out of here.
listen, I'm not gonna lie. Blanche Tears was in the chat earlier, and he said, in quote, something like, everything ain't smoke. I'm on my way to 200,000 subscribers. That's why I'm on my way to 200,000. Like basically, all of the debating and the smoke talk is part of the reason why the channel not growing. So I kind of felt that, like, damn, I was happy about my 900 subscribers until he said he had 200,000. But I do like my authenticism, because I'm not, as much as it is content creation and you supposed to, I guess, how you say, try to appease the fans. My content creation is just kind of like me being a Nets fan, you know what I'm saying, and me talking about the Nets. And I don't want to be, I don't want to do something that's going to be not authentic just because I'm trying to get subscribers. And don't
Me
get it
neither.
twisted, I want more subscribers, but at the end of the day, what am I willing to do for those subscribers? You know what I'm saying? But that being said, shout to him. He said, "Here you go." He said, "I don't want smoke. We on the way to 200K subs. Smoke kill your channel." So yeah, I don't want my smoke to kill my channel. I do want to keep this a platform where I have debates on it, because I like the difference in opinion, but I like for soliloquies to be well thought out and then spoke on, so we could actually get somewhere with it, because there's pros and cons in all opinions. And also leading my soliloquies from in the root being the fact. So before I give you my opinion about a soliloquy, I give you the fact, and then I give you my opinion about the fact. I like to do that. But again, like I said, I just feel like, I don't know if y'all gonna pull up because it's late. It's 2 in the morning. I don't necessarily expect y'all to pull up when I close out. But I'm gonna do a part two, even if I do it for like a half hour. I'm up, because the reason why I miss a lot
Are
of
Easy
you
back.
are you going to
Easy
start
back.
it now though, or are you going to
Yeah, yeah,
wait
yeah, yeah. No,
another
I already
hour?
made the
Oh, easy back, real
title,
quick.
and
Easy
listen,
back,
y'all
easy back.
can
Yeah.
listen, y'all can take my word for it, because y'all can go to YouTube right now and see that I already, you know what I'm
Don't listen to
saying.
this man. He did that the other night. He didn't even pull
I
back up.
did
Don't
do
listen
that
to it.
the other night.
That's just for show. You see the
I
That's
flaws
did
out
do
debate.
right
that
there,
the
my
other
nigga.
night.
That's
I ain't gonna
debate.
lie.
Oh,
That's
yo,
debate.
easy. We was waiting for your take though, bro. About these two as content creators. We got 3 minutes left, so if you got 2 minutes of a take,
Nah, I don't got 2 minutes of the take. I ain't trying to squeeze my shit in like that. Pause. Nah.
pause. Hey,
Oh,
yo, you
hey.
just said you
That
was
was
I said
yo,
pause.
bro.
I
You
said
just
pause.
said you was fucking pussy. What you mean you ain't trying to squeeze your shit in? Nah.
Wait, hold on.
Man, yo, in the stream,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now you
Yeah,
been
nah,
on
we
a roll.
yo, nah, we
This
at
been on a roll
capacity, yo,
tonight,
in
This
man.
man
that.
Nah, I can't get
Breeze
my shit
supposed to
off.
say this a PJ
I can't get
show.
my shit off.
Nah,
That's
you
why.
should have
It's
heard
two in the
me on my
morning.
Nah,
live
I
though.
can't get my
That
shit
was
off.
wilding on my live.
Nah, I can't get my shit off now. Nah, I can't get my shit off. Niggas get to chat their
Yo,
whole shit
nah,
for
you
like one
ain't
and a
you
half
ain't gonna
hours. I
have
come in here for 5 seconds, my nigga. And niggas try. All right, my nigga.
Bro, ain't nobody told your
Nah,
ass
we
to
was
get no
calling
chop
you. You
cheese,
did.
nigga. We was calling you, nigga.
Yo, yo, yo,
You
yo,
over
yo,
there
yo,
rolling
yeah,
weed up, bro. Like we
yo.
supposed to
yeah.
get your take.
I could
That's
talk
what
to
I'm
y'all.
doing.
I could talk to y'all and roll the split at the same time. Hold on, real
Right,
quick.
me too. That's what I'm doing currently.
Hold on, real quick. I
Jay, we
remember.
know you could do it, bro. Like, but this nigga, it took him 5 fucking minutes to get back to the mic.
Don't worry about what I'm doing, bro. Don't watch that, bro.
I'm
I don't
not worried
question
about
you.
what you're doing. I'm worried
I
about
don't
what you're
question you,
supposed to
bro.
be doing.
You see this? So you want to know what I think about the fucking podcast? I could never get my motherfucking shit off, my nigga. Niggas keep on fucking interrupting me and some bullshit, nigga. Motherfucker.
Yo, what was with that laugh?
Piece of fucking shit, nigga. Fuck. You know what I was doing a few months ago? I had my leg up, nigga. I was fucking working my hips in that motherfucking pussy, nigga. You hear me? The fuck you mean? Yeah,
Yo,
nigga.
shut this shit down, bro. We at
Yeah, yeah,
159,
yeah.
bro.
You gotta
It's
end
over
this,
with.
bro. You gotta end this.
Yo, if
Yo,
I
Lee,
click
stop
this
laughing,
up,
you
bro,
bro.
I don't know if you guys gonna
Nah,
take
bro.
that part.
I damn near coughed out my water, bro.
You give him,
Yeah,
you
Yo,
give
I
them
listen,
don't
Easy
know,
Breezy,
man.
back.
that's what I gotta
You
do. I
know.
gotta keep my lives to like 2 hours, man. If I go more than that, I'm burnt out, man.
Nah,
Yo.
I
listen,
gotta
Hey,
it
keep.
shit,
is not. It's not.
I ain't. That's impossible for me, bro. When you doing an NBA game, you definitely going over two an
Oh yeah,
hour.
yeah,
So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
so
No, but at least you're doing one every other day. I was doing them shits like daily, man, like 3 or 4 or 5.
I try to meet the 65 game incentive, but we so far in the dump, my nigga. Like it's hard to watch some of this shit.
Yo, see, all right, Lee, say it again. Say it, hold on, Lee, say it again,
I
please.
thought you